Alright guys, today I'm going over the Affordable Choice and Out-of-Pocket Protection Plan, as well as showing you the Manhattan Life eApp 2.0, okay? Alright, so first things first, this is the eApp 2.0 here. Let me get it all big and pretty for us. Okay, pay no mind to the names of my clients. You don't have their phone numbers, so. Okay, this is my individual eApp 2.0 portal. And I am going to just put in a zip code. So first thing you do, throw in a zip code. Next, and you're going to put your primary on here. So if your primary is, we're just going to continue the trend of using my demographics. Justin Brock, 12788, no tobacco, male. Say effective date, April 1st. Next, I'm going to go ahead and build out the FAM. Right, add, Boom. All right, select products. Okay, we're going to go over here, and these are the products that are filled into the eApp 2.0. Now, we've talked about how, some of these products before, but one of the things I'll talk about specifically is the affordable choice and the out-of-pocket protection plans. The most common plans we use, aside from the dental, vision, and hearing with Manhattan Life, but we did the separate application process and overview of the dental, vision, and hearing program. The out-of-pocket protection we use quite frequently to supplement either short-term medical, Affordable Care Act plans, or even just pair with affordable choice plans when we don't have any kind of major medical component on our coverage. Okay, we have talked about when to use indemnity plans alone. We don't take that lighthearted. We know that that's I guess a controversial conversation, but there are times where people are literally considering going with nothing. They can't afford the short-term medical or can't qualify for it. They don't have an enrollment period to go into Obamacare, or they can't afford it. And the indemnity plans can be an option there for them to have some coverage. So it's not always all or nothing. So for the purpose of this, I am going to say that we were pairing it with an Obamacare plan or a short-term medical with high deductible. And we're going to use the classic plan. And first thing I'll do really quick is just kind of pull up the Affordable Choice brochure so that you can see the benefit structure. And it's nice that they plug it right there into it. So let me clear that out. Open this up and pull up the brochure for you here. Okay, so on the brochure, some of you have seen other videos where I've talked about these plans. And I'm going to go over it. So we're going to get in. These are, they used to have these at the end, but now on the third page, they do some examples of the way claims would work. And these just show you with the indemnity plan alone. If you go down to this page 4 of the brochure, they have a grid of the different levels. Okay, there are some states that still only have the old Elite and Classic, but the majority of the states have been able to refile and get all 4 of these plans included. With the new updates, they had put in a year 2 through 5 building injury reimbursement benefit, and they did increase the lifetime maximum to $5 million and the calendar year maximum to $1 million. So that really helped out. Okay, so we have the classic plan at is more aimed classic and classic plus. We're normally pairing those with a high deductible major medical policy. We use the Elite and the Elite Plus more often when someone can't get a short-term medical, can't afford a short-term medical, or can't get an ACA plan, can't afford an ACA plan. So as you can see in the progression video that we have, on here, that's how we do that. So if you haven't watched that, I'd go back and watch the progression, or you may know that already. So the Elite Plus is very robust at a $5,000 per day inpatient benefit, $3,000 first night in the hospital admission bonus. So first night in the hospital is $8,000 because you get both. Each additional night's $5,000 up to $1 million per year. ER and urgent care benefit, not the greatest. They are talking about revising this to add a little more coverage here, but to go into ER visit, $375. So you're almost better off spending the night in the hospital. So on the surgery benefit, there are 3 times the policy fee schedule. And if you look at it, they have the Medicare physician's fee schedule. So whatever Medicare's physician fee schedule says that it would pay, the Elite Plus is paying 3 times that. The Elite is 2.5 times. The Classic Plus is 2 times, and the Classic is 1 time. Okay. So this actually right here has been removed from the schedule because they don't have that maximum payout. Not that has been removed. There used to be one on here that said the maximum payout per year for surgery was 1 surgery, but that's not true. You can use it for multiple surgeries now. The ambulatory surgical benefit relates more to emergency style surgeries. The daily assistant surgeon and daily anesthesiologist benefit is paid at 20% of the eligible surgical benefit and 25% of the eligible surgical benefit. So if you're at 3 times the Medicare fee schedule and it's paying, maybe the Medicare fee schedule shows $1,000, so it's paying $3,000, then the assistant surgeon would get 20% of $3,000. Anesthesiologist codes would get 25% of $3,000. So it would be stacking those benefits based on the codes put on there. For doctor's visits, we got 4 visits, 4 visits, 3 visits, 3 visits, $100, $75, $75, $50. Okay. Prescription benefits. These are daily indemnity prescription benefits. So this is per day up to $75, $50, $50, $25. Outpatient medical benefits. So this is mostly testing, therapy, radiation. Radiology services. Lab, just regular lab, CBC blood panels, 150, 125. This is talking about surgical pathology over regular lab work. The therapy services, so per day, physical occupational therapy is $25 a day across the board. The radiology services like MRI, PET scan, CAT scan, mammogram, other radiology tests, you can kind of see how they equate there. Also, if they're using facilities where they have involvement in the multi-plan, there is a discount plus they pay the fee. So sometimes it can come out a lot better because we do know that sometimes these CAT scans can be really expensive and MRIs can be really expensive. On the network too, little teaser, but I don't want to say too much. They are looking at adding another network option on there. That would be a really big win if they get it accomplished or finished and filed. The calendar year limit for all outpatient benefits for testing is right here, 3,000, 2,000, 2,000, 1,000. Ground and air ambulance benefits, allergy shots and immunizations, these are for children. And the cancer and radiation benefit, this was a big win to add when they created this policy, or when they created this new revision of the policy. You get up to a $2,000 a day for 40 calendar days chemo, radiation, or immunotherapy benefit. So that's big. That's technically an $80,000 potential yearly benefit. We do always try to pair this with a cancer policy. You can pair it with Manhattan's cancer policy. Nothing wrong with that, other than it doesn't cover in situ and the rates are a little expensive for what they're paying out. We like Aetna's and Bankers Fidelity's, of course. But back down here, $750 prescription drug indemnity payout maximum, $1 million calendar year hospitalization, and $100 for allergy shots and immunizations, maximum $5 million on lifetime maximum here. So of course the big benefits are chemo, radiation, surgery, ambulatory surgery, injury reimbursement, and hospital indemnity. The rest are just showing that they are covering some things for some of those other things that pop up. Rate charts on here are really easy to follow with the 18 to 29 age bracket, 30 to 39 age bracket, 40 to 49, and 50 to 64. We write a lot in this 50 to 64 because we're a Medicare shop and we started doing under 65, so we were getting a lot of spouses that were in this age bracket. So we were writing a lot of these style premiums. Okay, the child only floats through here at the same. It doesn't matter which age bracket in because it's just the children. So, okay, so I'm going to go back to the e-app and kind of finish it here. So, as you can see, I added this one to the cart at the classic plan because I'm saying, hey, this is us adding it to, out of a high deductible plan. So now I'm going to throw in a family out-of-pocket protection. I'm just going to go over there. Theirs is really easy to break down because it's right here. The brochure's here, but we don't have to look at it. We're picking the benefits like a menu. I normally go for the $100 a day hospital indemnity benefit because, especially if I'm already pairing it with the affordable choice. But then what I do is I like to pair the hospital admission benefit at $6,350. So this is saying, hey, if they go into the hospital, in addition to what that other one's paying, this is going to pay another $6,350. Outpatient surgery, we like to do $3,000. And especially if you're just pairing it with an affordable choice, I like to add that emergency accident benefit to help out with the ER. Because it's just paying another $250 if they go into the ER. But that's kind of how I build it out. So now you can flex this around to get it in someone's budget or, make sense out of it. But that's normally how I build that plan. It does have built into it at its core a $50 for 2 doctor's visits per person per year, where it'll pay an additional $50 towards doctor's visits, up to 2 a year. So if you already got the affordable choice, say paying $100, and then you pair this on there, it's paying another $50 towards it. Okay, so return to product list. I would go ahead, for S's and G's, if you will, look at the accident policy while we're in here. You can pull it's the same one. You can pull this brochure so you can understand the difference in the off-the-job units and the 24-hour coverage units. 24-hour covers you while you're on the job. Off-the-job is just for non-work related stuff. Since technically work-related, you might be covered by workman's comp. We typically sell it with 24-hour coverage. But if you look at the benefits, this is kind of what they're doing. It is an indemnity one. We like NatGen UH1's accident policies as well, but this is a good one, or it's decent for what it does. They used to have one that we thought was better, but I guess it was so good they were losing money on it. This one here, disability income rider, is new, so you can put this on here and get a little DI benefit while they're out of work. Air ambulance, if you buy 2 units, you're at $500. It's the same for those two, but air transportation within 48 hours of a covered accident, $500. So that's in addition to what something else would pay. Yeah, regular ambulance, another $100. Accidental death benefit they add on here, so no big deal. Some companies are giving those away. Emergency room treatment, this will help with the ER if they go into the ER for an accident, another $200 towards that. Hospital admission, another $1,000 if it's related to an accident. Hospital confinement hospital confinement is $200 a day on the 2 units if related to an accident. Hospital intensive care unit, if they go into the ICU, another $400 per day. Major diagnostic exams, $200 per calendar year, so they give you an extra $200 towards one of those if related to an accident. Physicians or urgent care, you get a little $50 there. And blood and plasma platelets, $300 to $200 there. Burn, this is the burn 2 units. This is a burn benefit. Never actually went through that one. Emergency dental work related to it, obviously $300 repairs with Crown, and it's $300 repairs with Crown, $100 for extraction, $100 dislocation. And you can kind of look through here. I mean, they just have benefits, and all these are related to surgery. Okay, appliances, prosthetics, accidental dismemberment, all these different things. And now I'm going to go back and kind of finish this electronic application. So let's pop up the 24-hour 2-unit coverage. Doesn't hardly cost anything. $42 for the whole family. Easy little add-on. You can add that disability income rider if you want to. So, but anyway, we're going to go back and I'm going to go through this application now. Okay, so EAP 2.0. Now this one is health, so we're going to have to put our heights and weights here. Okay. Whoa. Why did I do that to me? 6 foot 0 inches. Weight 195. Address 4955 Pecan Drive. 3826. Belden, Mississippi. One thing I would caution you is don't use tab too much. I use tab a lot, and it's definitely difficult to use. So let's see. You can just, these dates are kind of arbitrary in here that they pay. Shoot, I don't know. Just this is kind of an arbitrary thing too. Might be related to if you had the DI thing on here, they'd want to know if you justified it. Occupation, insurance, sales, 40 hours a week. Okay. Next, I decline that. And get in here, and we're going to complete the information on each individual person. Okay. Okay. These children's weights, almost everybody seems to estimate on that. I mean, you know. Okay, monthly electronic bank transfer. Validate, so they actually pull the bank up for you and make sure you got the routing number right. Beneficiary designation, you can pick somebody or you can just say a state of primary insured. Would ask them, of course. Okay, so we're not replacing insurance. Does the applicant have existing healthcare, life or health? No. I understand also certified to the best of my knowledge replacement is in. No. I understand that the best of my replacement is involved at this time. No. So sometimes they ask redundant questions when you have multiple applications because they're populating questions from each application. Agent split works pretty easily on there. We're not doing that right now. And we'll go next. And it's going to go over to kind of the health questions. Have you taken any prescribed medications within the last 12 months? No. These are crazy ones. This is related to accident, DUIs, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, we're going to ask all these questions, but I'm just kind of getting through the application right now. We're going to say everybody's in the home, everybody is a U.S. citizen. No. They don't have to be a U.S. citizen, by the way. You just have to notate, green card status, that kind of stuff. Proposed insurance seen by last 12 months. No. no, and it's asking all these health questions. So that's asking if we've been in normal activities of work for a full time, have we been declined by another company, and it's not always this many questions. It's just asking every question from every product right now, and some of them are redundant. Alright, it asked me if I was pregnant 3 times, see? Okay, so then it gets to the product summary, and you submit application. And when you submit it, it'll pop up with PDFs. I don't want to submit it right now because it'll all get underwriting and confuse them. But when you submit it, pops up with PDFs. You can save them. You can also send the quote right here to someone. So that's another thing that they've just added. So, all right, I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching this one.